Guja from Stefan. We've already seen it once. A little bit different than all the other Guja decks out there. What flavor do you get next, J-Car? I recommend mango, electric berry, and my new recent top favorite, not top, but in my top 3 now, is the kiwi lime. So kiwi lime, mango, and electric berry. Do I use advanced energy myself? Yeah, I'm drinking some right now. Sometimes you just need a caffeine boost to get you through the day. So yeah, Guja deck from Stefan, and then we just saw Leon in the top 4 match with the DTE Mew. Yeah, nothing too crazy to talk about in either of these things, to be honest. I think the matchup is... I want to say the matchup's favored for Mew. To be honest, I don't know. We do know Leon does beat Stefan at the end. We'll see how that happens. Stefan does have the Drapion, so I'm not like super convinced that Mew is favored for sure. It might be close. It might be close to about a 50-50. Yeah. We'll see how it goes, though. I'm interested to see how it goes. I think going first is going to be a pretty big deal. Yeah, I think going first is going to be a pretty big deal. Let's see how this goes. Let's get into it. I feel like Stefan probably doesn't want to Drapion off the rip. We'll see. I think we do have... Yeah, so... All right, so the Luminian start is going to be a pretty bad start here from Stefan. And it looks like Leon has a pretty good start in... Yeah, Leon's got a pretty good start. Triple Mew, double Genesect on the way. I don't think you have to worry about playing down Oricorio in this matchup. The one thing Oricorio could do is if you get Oricorio in play, it is prized here, so it's not even going to have the option of it here for Leon. Stefan prized the Roxanne. Might be a big deal, might not. I'm not too sure. So the one thing Oricorio can do is it can prevent a Cramorant into Guja or Guja into Cramorant 2-hit KO. So that is like the one thing that Oricorio can do in this matchup. I don't know if it's ever worth putting it in play because of that, but it's like the one that's the one thing it does. Besides that, Cramorant doesn't really matter in the matchup, but it can do that. So VIP pass, double Genesect. Yeah, so nothing super important prize, I don't think, for Leon. A cross switcher and a boss are prize, so a couple of the gust effect stuff, but I don't know if it's a big deal. And then, like I said, on Stefan's side, the second Roxanne could be annoying, but yeah, not a big deal. But yeah, Leon going first and Stefan opening a Luminian is not great for Stefan. Pretty rough start, all things considered. All right, first Genesect happening. Another Battle VIP pass. Gonna go ahead and grab a third Genesect here for Leon. And then go in it again with another Genesect draw. Just kind of set up to get a turn 2 knockout here on a Gudra or on a Luminian from Leon. We're not really going to be too concerned with much else. Just going for one of those two things. And then also it would be good to see Leon retreat into the Mew that has the Forest Seal Stone, because that's the Mew you'd most likely want to get knocked out, because the other ones could hold the other tool cards. So we should see Leon. Okay, so not a huge deal. But now Leon's active Mew could get punched by Cram, and then that could be the Mew that ends up needing to have a choice belt on it. And if Leon doesn't get the vacuum to remove the Forest Seal Stone from the benched Mew, that it could actually be like a factor potentially in this game. Wow, Stefan's opening hand sucks. That's really bad. Could definitely be an opening factor in this game here from Leon. So Stefan does have the Drapion off the rip though. Let's see if Stefan goes for it. Is Stefan going to wait to use the Drapion, or is Stefan going to use the Drapion immediately here? I'm actually curious to see what Stefan chooses to do, because they have it. They have the Drapion, and they could use it right now. Wow. This is a really bad draw from Stefan. I almost feel like you maybe have to use the Drapion to like do something this turn, but maybe you wait. I'm curious to see what happens. Yeah, so if Stefan goes Drapion now, Drapion will KO a Mew V, you get 2 prize cards. But then you have to still get through a VMAX and then get 1 more prize card after that, or boss KO2 Genesect. I think Stefan should probably wait on the... I don't know, though. I guess if you wait on the Drapion, you get 3 prize cards off of Mew VMAX, and then you use Gudra to 2-hit KO a Mew. The problem at that point, though, becomes that Leon can just, like, Psychic Leap the... The problem with that is Stefan can Psychic Leap KO... or Leon can Psychic Leap until the end of the game. Like, Leon can Psychic Leap loop. So it would force Stefan to find 2 boss KOs on Genesects instead. One value of using Drapion right now from Stefan would be that you could possibly Ordinary Rod it back to the deck and use it again if Leon doesn't actually draw into a way to it doesn't draw into the Lost City, to actually Lost City the Drapion. So that could be in Stefan's mind. Stefan might be like, what if I go Drapion, Rod, Drapion, Drapion, and then Gust KO with Gudra? The problem with that, though, is at the end of the game, you're going to get Roxanne, and the chance that you get the Gudra Gust KO is probably pretty low. So yeah, the way this kind of plays out in my head, it feels kind of tough to utilize, to be honest. There's an escape rope, so we're going to send up the Mew with the Seal Stone, which it does end up working out for Leon, to be honest, that they didn't send up that one initially. I still think it was a misplay there from Leon, but maybe not that big of a deal. We'll see. Yeah, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think Stefan maybe should just go Drapion now and hope it doesn't get... Yeah, the more I think Stefan should just go Drapion now and just hope it doesn't get knocked out. The more I'm thinking about it, it like makes more sense in my head. Because I think if you wait... I don't know, if you wait, Leon's going to go KO Luminion, and then you go Drapion. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. It feels tough no matter what. I think maybe what Stefan should have done is play 2 Drapion. And then that would be a super easy choice here. But it looks like the way Stefan's playing this is they do plan on saving the Drapion here. And yeah, there's just a retreat to another Comfey. And going to save the Drapion here. Not guaranteed a way to get into the Drapion this turn. So definitely seems like they want to hold on to it for a turn. It feels like Stefan's plan is probably to go attack with Drapion plus bench Gudra V in the same turn and then kind of go from there. Yep, and there's the pass over. The one thing that this kind of does, though, is Stefan can get early Roxanne. If Stefan waits to like go Drapion KO Mew VMAX. Okay, Stefan just making sure that Leon uses the correct die to roll with a cram on a tablet. And Leon is going to go search through the deck and grab, I don't know, probably some way to KO. Ooh, I end up Pat to the Peak, actually. We got the boss, so we're going to boss KO Luminion, I assume. Could go Judge Path, though, here from Leon. I don't hate Judge Path. Probably definitely wants to put Path down to stop the potential of the Drapion. Yeah, I don't hate the idea of Judge Path. Judge Path could be kind of cool instead and just take the 1 prize knockout. How bad do you want to get this 2 prize on the Luminion, I guess is kind of the question here from Leon. Losing a tablet is probably fine as well. All right, so we're going to go for the 2 prize knockout. Boss on the Luminion, and then here comes Genesect number 1 for 2. Pretty dead. Does Leon want to commit to the path? I mean, I think you still do, right? The only good play here from Stefan would involve Drapion, so if they don't have the Drapion, you have a Judge at least, and some prize cards to work with to maybe put together a play. Didn't get the vacuum off the prize cards. But yeah, it still has like the judges and the draw supporters in hand. Okay, so we see from Stefan now has that quick ball, and the quick ball can become the Gudra V. I don't know, we could have quick ball for Gudra V instantly here from Stefan, but decides to go with Comfey first. That is a Colress. That's pretty good, because you could like quick ball away the Ordinary Rod here, I think, theoretically out of Stefan's hand. I don't think that Ordinary Rod has too much value here, so I wouldn't hate to have seen that happen immediately. Stefan's still deciding to chill. Let's see if they can find that Temple of Sinnoh. There's a double net. That's gonna dig a lot. Double net and why are we valuing the Ordinary Rod so highly here from Stefan? What about that switch though? I kind of like that switch. I don't know. I like the switch. I kind of like the switch. We'll see how this goes for Stefan though. Because the Stefan is why do you need double Ordinary Rod? Why do we need so many rods? I think I like taking the switch there better from Stefan. That equals +1 Comfey use. What taking the second switch card does. So I'm kind of a fan of that. And you could definitely quick ball away Gudra V-Star here as well. Rod gives back Luminion so it can't get horned. That's true, I guess. And then maybe you want to keep the other rod after that to lead to I don't know. What do you want to keep the other rod after that for? Maybe to recover the Drapion? Yeah, I guess that could be a thing. Yeah, it prevents the horn. That is true. I didn't think about the horn prevention. Are we finally going to see the quick ball from Stefan? Now Stefan's thinking about it. Gonna give up. I think you can give it the Gudra V-Star here, to be honest. I like the Water Energy keep, because if you get Temple of Sinnoh, which is what you're playing for this turn, I feel like, as Stefan, if you get Temple of Sinnoh, then you could wait 1 more turn to pull off this play, I guess, from Stefan, maybe. You don't really want to wait 1 more turn, though, I don't think, actually. I take that back. You could. You don't want to. Could give up the boss. I think you could give up the V-Star. I think by the time you need a Guja V-Star, you'll probably find one. I could be wrong on that, though. Maybe we do need to keep this around and have it instantly. We did prize one as well here for just Stefan. So gives up the boss. Goes for the Guja V. Still needs to find a Temple of Sinnoh, though. Oof, there was one. Was there one on top of the deck? I think there was one on top of the deck. The next Comfy, it was ready to go. It was going to get the Temple of Sinnoh. That's why you try and never look at the top card of the deck. I think it was the Temple of Sinnoh. It might not have been, but... yeah, I guess it makes sense to take the Ordinary Rod. But do you need both Ordinary Rod? I don't know. Because one would get back the Luminian. The second one, I guess, could recover Drapion if Leon goes KO Drapion. Because you do want to get that Luminian probably out of the discard pile, like, right now. Oh, yeah, okay. Guja, Temple of Sinnoh, okay. Stefan has the play. Guja comes down. Comfy comes down. Drapion comes down. Probably want to Ordinary Rod right now so your Luminian doesn't get Echoing Horn. You don't have to worry about that anymore. But you might want to actually draw with... I don't know, do you ever want Goon in this matchup? I guess Goon is good in this matchup because we might want to Genesect, or you might want to Greninja first, though, actually. Unless we're treating the Comfy with the energy, actually. We might be treating the Comfy with the energy there. I'm actually not sure if that's what's happening here or not. I think Stefan has... It could use Yeah, we have a switch, though. I think we should have seen Stefan use Greninja first before shuffling those cards back in. Oh, but it's committing wants to commit the energy to the Guja. But we have nothing in the hand. We got nothing in this hand here for Stefan. I think we should try and draw some cards there. Yeah, Stefan, because Stefan didn't use Greninja, right? Did Stefan forget about Greninja, maybe? Stefan maybe or did Stefan use Greninja? Because now all of a sudden doing the damage from the... I don't think Stefan used Greninja there. I think Stefan maybe forgot about using Greninja there. Because Stefan's hand was just trash. It's like an Ordinary Rod and a... I don't even know. And a Guja V-Star. So I think we should have used Greninja there instead of attaching to the Guja. We need to find a Colress or a Roxanne or something for next turn. There was a Roxanne prize, but we're not guaranteed to get that, so... did get the Colress off the prize cards, but I think I liked the Greninja use there instead. I think Stefan maybe forgot about that. Or maybe just liked it more. This is what I was talking about. When the Drapion happens, the early Roxanne can also happen. And that's what we're seeing here from Leon, is the early Roxanne. Probably, I'd have forgotten at that point. That's what I'm thinking maybe happened there, Panzer. Yeah, because I feel like using the Greninja was maybe a little bit better. In the end, we're getting Roxanne, so actually this play works out probably a little bit better for Stefan because we are getting Roxanne, but in the moment, it felt like the other play was better. So Leon's looking for a way to attack. Oof, so far the draw's not great. Oof. All right, draw's not great, but we're looking for a way to attack for Leon, as well as... Okay, here comes the vacuum. So we need a Mew VMAX here for Leon. Then you also need... Ooh, still no way to attack. I think has a... Am I tripping? Is there a Cramomatic? There's a Cramomatic, okay. Cram's happening now. Tails, okay. Genesect number 2. Still... Oh, we got the Ultra Ball, though. Should be chilling. Ultra Ball is live. Probably want to keep around the Mew V just for some Psychic Leap shenanigans that could happen at the end of the game. Oh, no, there's 3 Genesect on the board now, so I actually don't think that's going to happen at all, to be honest. There's a Mew VMAX. A Technoblast will get a KO. Another Mew VMAX is in the deck. There's the Gudra V on the bench to be potentially taken advantage of. There is an Ordinary Rod left for Stefan to recover this Drapion, potentially, but it's on the bottom of the deck. And Leon still could draw into a Lost City, which means the Drapion might go to the Lost Zone. We'll have to see on that. Here we go again. Genesect for 3. No Lost City so far, but another Genesect can be used here. Leon, interestingly, prioritizing keeping the last Mew V around. That might be just in case a Genesect gets gusted, I guess. If that becomes Stefan's out to win. But the chance that Stefan, from a 2-card hand off the Roxanne, has the ability to go Gudra Gust KO is pretty low, I feel like. If not impossible. So maybe discarding the Mew V would have been better there. I don't know. I guess Stefan maybe could have... Well, if you escape rope, you could still just send him to VMAX, I guess. I don't know. All right, last Genesect here for 3. Is there a Lost City? 2, 3. No Lost City. Okay. So the possibility of like Ordinary Rod plus Capture Energy or something like that is live, but the Ordinary Rod is also on the bottom of the deck for Stefan, so unlikely to happen here. But it is possible. It is definitely possible. I think Stefan will probably try and reach for that play, to be honest. To try and end the game this turn. If Stefan could just attack with a Gudra V-Star, though, that's not terrible, but the Echoing Horn is still live from Leon as well, so the Drapion, you need to get it. You need to either fill your bench or get it off the bench. And then also getting the Gudra V into a V-Star is also pretty important here as well. Yeah, so Stefan could just attack with V-Star to win, to be honest. Taking account of all the resources. I don't think there's anything too relevant fully gone here from Leon. Not that I can tell anyways. Another play that Leon can actually make in this matchup is like Boss plus Cross Switcher or like Escape Rope. Okay, so has the Colress for Stefan. Thinking about Comfy first, though, because if Comfy can find a way to shuffle the deck, you can get back into the Ordinary Rod play, which I think is the reason that Stefan is doing it like this. You'll see more cards after you've shuffled the deck if you can find a way to shuffle the deck now. We might see Stefan do it again. Scoop up at the Comfy, send up Comfy, use Comfy. But then you do lose one of your switch outs. Let's see. Here comes the Colress. For 5. All right. There's a Mirage Gate. A Capture Energy. Capture Energy could get the Drapion. And the Luminion's in there as well. And so attacking with Gudra here isn't super safe from Stefan. Especially if you're not filling your bench with one prize Pokemon. And even then, Leon, I think, could have like the Escape Rope plus double Cross Switcher or Quad Cross Switcher or Gust plus double Cross Switcher or double Cross Switcher plus Gust to KO the Gudra and reset its 80 minus damage thing. The net Rod isn't on the bottom. We got Roxanne. Oh, true. We did get Roxanne. I always think it's like Marnie. I always think everything's like Marnie. All right. Good catch. Yeah, it's not on the bottom of the deck. Very true. Okay, so there's a good chance here actually that Stefan can pull this off now, to be honest. There's not that many cards left in the deck actually as well. And there's a decent amount. I take it back. There's a decent amount. We need to at the very least attack with Gudra V-Star this turn if you're Stefan, or you almost definitely lose. Yeah, see, this matchup, well, I mean, if Leon had gotten... Actually, no, this just feels kind of close. This matchup feels close. Even if Leon gets the Lost City there... And actually, I guess that's like a question for Leon. Does Leon want a Lost City there? Because if you Lost City, you don't have the Echoing Horn play. But if you don't Lost City, then Stefan could Ordinary Rod. So I'm curious to see if Stefan even would have, or if Leon even would have Lost City if they had it. There's a Gudra V-Star though for Stefan. And a net. So Stefan can keep digging here. Stefan's not done yet. Can play the Mirage Gate, thin out the deck a little bit more, net the active Comfy, and kind of keep going. Yeah, Stefan's not done yet. I don't know if there's an energy left in the deck, though, to be honest. At least one water. Okay, so we can throw that onto the... Oh, we got a water and a metal. So Stefan maybe should have net reset the active Comfy first. And actually, I think Stefan should have net reset the active Comfy first. And then loaded one energy each onto the Comfies. Because then if you draw into another net... I think that makes the most sense in my head. Like if Stefan had net reset the active Comfy first, then we could have seen Stefan go Mirage Gate 1 to each Comfy, or maybe just do it to the bench Comfy anyways. But then you'd want it on, well, you'd put one on each depending on what you get off the Comfy. I think that would have been a little bit better. Yeah, I think that would have been, no, that definitely would have been better. I'm pretty sure that would have been better. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Once again, whiffs, I think, on... Oh, I guess hasn't attached return. Stefan hasn't attached return yet, so you could still attach to the bench Comfy here. Stefan did whiff again on the Ordinary Rod, though, it looks like. I think that other card is an Escape Rope. We'll see, though. Gets rid of the Capture Energy. Is that last card to pick from? Is it the Escape Rope? Is Escape Rope's not great here, though. We could see Stefan play the Escape Rope, but I can't imagine that would be the play here from Stefan. So Stefan whiffs. Dug through a lot of cards. Stefan saw a lot of cards this turn. Did whiff the hit for the Ordinary Rod. Stefan's thinking about benching down another Comfy. You ever retreat into that Comfy to dig further for the Ordinary Rod? I don't think that makes any sense ever. Unless, like, Leon was going to misplay and off the rope they were going to send up. You could maybe play the Escape Rope here and just see what Leon does, though. I don't hate that. But maybe you want to keep the Capture Energy around to guarantee have an extra out to finding your Drapion. There's the retreat. But is it ever to the Comfy? Or is it... Stefan's not sure. I think you maybe just swing with Gudra here, but that doesn't feel very good. On stressing. It's the retreat. Just going to go to the Gudra. Okay. Gudra's going to swing for 200 here. Setting it up for the 2-hit KO. There's no gust effect in Stefan's hand. So Leon has a couple different ways to win here. Can go double tablet and then push the Gudra to the bench and bring it back to the active, resetting the damage reduction that Gudra has. And that would win Leon this game. Also could have Echoing Horn plus gust the Echoing Horn the Drapion into play plus gust it up into the active. And I believe there's plenty of gust left for Leon. We'll check here on this search. Not a very big deck left. Yeah, I see double cross switcher. I see the Echoing Horn. How many power tablets? 1, 2 power tablets plus the choice spell. So both plays are available to Leon here. The question is, which one do you go for? Or do you ever go for one over the other and completely eliminate the other one as an option? I don't see the escape rope. Yeah, so no escape rope. So if Leon wants to KO the active Gudra, it would have to be including a boss's orders. Oh, the escape rope's prize. So it would have to include a boss's orders or a Serena here from Leon. Or boss's orders. They don't play Serena. It's just 2 boss's orders for cross switcher. So we could see, I think we'll see Leon draw. Won't play the Marnie yet. We'll draw first with one of these Genesects, I think first. Yep, there it is. Leon possibly could have kept the Ultra Ball around, to be honest, and played the Vacuum instead and vacuumed away the 4 Seal Stone on the bench and just drawn 4 and kept the Ultra Ball. I think that might have actually been better from Leon here, to be honest. I think no matter what, you go for the win here as Leon as well. And that's it. All right. Horn. Horn Drapion. Boss Drapion. A power tablet. And does Leon need a retreat here? I don't know. What attack did Leon use last turn? I feel like Leon needed to retreat there. They did have it. But it's possible they misplay there and actually go to attack phase with the active Mew. I forget what attack they used on the final turn. But they may be like verbally confirmed. I'm going to retreat and attack with the bench Mew, so maybe this doesn't matter. Cross switcher. I mean, they used boss. They didn't use cross switcher. All right, escape rope off the rip here from Stefan. Drapion's not prized, but the Cram is, and 2 capture energy are as well, which is a good way to find the Drapion. Also, Gudra V prize. So I don't think anything too important is prized here for Stefan. They used both? No, not in that situation. They didn't. They just used a boss. They could use both. They just didn't there. Unless I'm tripping. Did I just not? I didn't see them use cross switchers. I think you're tripping. All right, Greninja's getting brought out here from Stefan. Also has a backup Comfey, so pretty good start from Stefan. So Stefan can attack turn 2 with a Gudra and take a knockout. I think Stefan's in a really good spot. I actually think Stefan's going to be in a really good spot here in this one. The start looks super clean from Stefan. If you could turn 2 Gudra KO on a Genesect or a Mew, or even KO the Oricorio would be fine, I think. I think you're just in a ridiculously good spot here from Stefan, but we'll see. Do EU people just always be eating cinnamon rolls? I don't know. How many Europeans are in chat? How often do you guys eat cinnamon rolls? All right. Greninja's getting used here now. There we go. Draw 2. Bunch of Comfeys. Could even see all the Comfeys hit the board, to be honest, because this would make it easier for Stefan to play around Echoing Horn in the future. So I would actually like to see Stefan probably bench this 3rd Comfey here and probably go for the Gudra V, I think. Yeah, I would like to see Stefan bench his 3rd Comfey, I think. It's a good quick ball target, though, so that's actually maybe a little bit tough. Because if you get Marnied or Judged here, you just lose it. And then it's going to be harder to play around Roxanne in the future. So I want to have hate to see Stefan bench that Comfey there. Or, did I say Roxanne in the future? Echoing Horn in the future. You could play around Roxanne just... I mean, it would help play around Roxanne theoretically in the future as well, to be honest. But I meant Echoing Horn. You appreciate the 60-month resub there, Will. All right, Battle VIP from Leon. Just going to look to set up some Genesects. Not too much going on in the hand. Is there anything that Leon wants to find this turn? I mean, I think a Judge would be okay. Maybe a Marnie would be okay. And then the question is, I think Leon will maybe send up the Oricorio on this first turn. I think they probably will. Comes a quick ball as well to get rid of the Parasol. Grab I think a 3rd Genesect is going to be the grab here, probably. We'll see. Yeah, lines up the Genesect. All right, going to grab the Genesect. Genesect, Mew, Genesect. I'm gonna see some card draw. Yeah, like does like Path to the Peak matter on this turn? Not really. I don't think you're trying to shut down the Drapion yet. Yeah, so I don't think Leon's like too stressed about anything, to be honest, right now. I think Leon's kind of chilling. You don't really care what happens on this turn, to be honest. Draw 4. I guess a double cross switcher on the Goodra could be kind of cheesy, to be honest. I don't think you ever go for it here as Leon because it just gets punished by a switch card, but maybe Leon's thinking about it. Switch card Mew to Mew. 3 off the next Genesect. Or 2 maybe. Cram away a Vacuum. I always like to see these more aggressive cram plays. I was going to see these more aggressive cram plays because you just draw less cards. Like, you could save the cram for next turn and get the thing you'd guaranteed more want once you have a better idea of what's going on. But if you just get Tails next turn, then you're just -2 cards on the turn. So just get a double turbo here. I like that, I think. Although Leon's maybe going to go for just a draw supporter instead. Yeah, we haven't seen a supporter here used yet from Leon. So actually, I think I like the Judge a little bit more. Disrupt Stefan's current built-up hand. I don't know if I like Judge more than Marnie, but maybe it doesn't matter in this situation, to be honest. I'm trying to think about like Judge versus Marnie here. Does it matter? I don't know. Theoretically, like Stefan has built up a hand with good cards. So if you shuffle some of those good cards into the deck instead of putting them on the bottom, you increase the odds of Stefan seeing good cards. So maybe I like the Marnie a little bit more there from Leon over the Judge. I think I maybe do. Yeah, I think I like it a little bit more from Leon, to be honest, than Marnie. Because that's why you want to disrupt their hand. You'd be like, oh, Stefan has good cards in hand. I don't want that. And then you go to disrupt it. But when you go to disrupt it, if you... Yeah, I think I like the Marty a little bit better. Like, if you Judge them, the good cards are going back into the deck instead of the bottom of the deck. And there's the pass from Leon. Okay, so leaves the Mew in the active. Okay, I was curious. Like, what's going to happen here? Retreat to Genesect? Or... I wonder if is Leon doing this because, like, if Stefan plays Escape Rope, then the Escape Rope pushes up the Oricorio? So yeah, Leon is actively choosing to leave the Mew in the active instead of sending up the Oricorio, which means Stefan could get a 2-prize knockout here. How valuable is that? That seems pretty valuable to me. It seems like Luminion might have to hit the bench this turn. Stefan also has to actually get the play off, and it looks like the play is going to cost a Luminion to actually maybe, and not even guaranteed, but maybe attack on this turn with Goodra. There's no Goodra V-Star in the hand yet, and that might be the hardest card to find here for Stefan, is can Stefan find a Goodra V-Star? I think the... Oh, wait, we only have 3 in the Lost Zone as well here for Stefan. Wait, only 3? Really? Why do we only have 3? I thought we had more than that. There's only 3 in the Lost Zone as well, so let's only get up to 5. Switch to 6, so we also need to find like a scoop-up net here from Stefan to get to 7 this turn, potentially. Yeah, it's very possible Stefan does not actually... get the knockout here. I was kind of... Well, in Stefan's last hand was honestly not that good either, though. So I don't know if either hand is going to lead to a knockout here. Here we go. Here's the 5 from the Colress. There's the V-Star. There's the energy. No scoop-up net, though. So, yeah, if that third Comfy was down... Also, yeah, the third Comfy being down could have been the difference maker here, to be honest, to attacking this turn. So, once again, going back to that... I would like to have seen Stefan bench that third Comfy, because not only does it help play around Echoing Horn in the late game, but it also helps you build up your Lost Zone in the early game. If you end up with like a only switch plus retreat combo for the Comfies, and you don't end up with scoop-up nets, that can be pretty good as well. So it takes the Temple of Sinnoh, gives up the Roxanne. The Roxanne, I guess Roxanne's not that great. I guess if you catch Leon with a Path in play, and then Roxanne them back with their own Path in play, that could be pretty good. But yeah, see, if Stefan had a third Comfy here, we could get to 7 this turn through like switch cards or even like scoop up nets. But now you can't scoop up net this Comfy into the other Comfy. So if there was a third Comfy on the bench here, Stefan would have been in a good spot to actually, I think, get a knockout this turn. And yeah, so like that, also putting the third Comfy in play, like I mentioned from the turn before, just in case your hand gets disrupted, would have been a good play. So I think it was like, the more I'm thinking about it and seeing how this is kind of developing, it's like another reason third Comfy was really good. And I don't think it would ever lead to a bad situation where your bench get clogged. By the time your bench would probably get clogged, by the time your bench would probably get clogged, you would be able to like net a Comfy out of play, I think. Of course, in this situation now, it would have been bad to have the third Comfy because I think Stefan's going to go bench second Goodra V pass. So you can't bench a second Goodra V if you don't have a bench phase for it, which the Comfy would have blocked up, to be honest. So I don't know, maybe in the long run here, this is how it's better for it to end up. But this looks like a pretty unfavorable board state for Stefan, to be honest. Because I think the way the price trade is going to go from now on is Leon's going to go Gust KO the Gudra V, knock that out. And Stefan will have to, I feel like, has to respond with Drapion. And then Stefan will go Drapion, knock out the Mew VMAX. And then Leon's going to go Lost City knockout into KO Luminion, win the game. So I think that's how it's going to go here. Is Leon's going to KO this Gudra V off the bench. And then Stefan will respond with Drapion, I would imagine. We'll see. I guess Stefan could choose to not respond with Drapion. That would be interesting. And then Leon goes Lost City, KO Drapion, plus Roxanne. And then KO Luminion to win the game after that. Or maybe some kind of Echoing Horn play, because there will be potentially this Gudra V in the discard pile. Yeah, there's the Gus on the Gudra V. Yeah, so the 2 Gudra V in play just feels so bad overall. Not attacking with the Gudra and then having to bench another Gudra V feels really bad here for Stefan. And also having to put Luminion in play. It's everything, to be honest. There we go. There's an Ultra Ball. Another Mew VMAX on the way. Does get rid of the Judge, which could combo super well with the Cross Switchers on the next turn, to be honest. I'm actually not sure if I'm a big fan of that from Leon. Could have even maybe gone like Cross Switchers plus Judge this turn instead of the boss play. But I think Leon's pretty comfortable with knowing that the Drapion is coming and just being okay with that. I would assume here's what's going to happen. Is Leon's like, all right, Drapion's on the way. That's fine. I'm okay with that. We could see Leon go out of their way to get a path to the peak this turn as well, to possibly. They still have their V-Star power, and still have a couple of Genesects to draw with. So if they draw into a path or V-Star for it, the hand got clogged up pretty fast. Might see Leon ignore the path then. I don't know. That'll be interesting, actually. Well, you have the Cross Switchers to reset yourself, so I don't know. How much do you care about putting the path in play this turn? Like, Stefan's built up quite a big hand. I don't know if I like the path grab here from Leon. Like, Stefan has built up a pretty big hand here. Knows path is a thing. Has a decent amount of stadiums. I'm sure is playing towards that as well. I'm not a big fan of the path grab here. I think saving your V-Star power is probably a little bit more powerful in this situation from Leon. Like, it's just so likely that I think Stefan has that play. It's possible Stefan doesn't. But I think if you looked at the situation as Leon, if you thought this was your only route to win the game, then I would say go for it. But then you should have probably played for Judge, double Cross Switcher plus path if you thought it's your only route to win the game as Leon. So I think you just be like, all right, you got me this turn with the Drapion, and just kind of give it to Stefan on this turn. I think with how big Stefan's hand is. But if Leon thought this was their only route to win the game was KO this Gudra, and if Drapion KOs them, then they just lose the trade. If they think that's how it would go, which I don't think Leon thinks that, and I don't think that's how this trade will actually break down. Then I think as Leon here, you should have looked for Judge double Cross Switcher to disrupt the hand plus put the path in play. So I'm not a big fan of this. I think it's kind of like a waste of the V-Star here from Leon. Yeah, I think it's kind of the waste of the V-Star here from Leon. But yeah, it looks like Stefan has everything. Has the Quick Ball to get the Drapion, has the Temple of Sinnoh to bump the path to the peak, has a V-Star for the Gudra V, has a Mirage Gate, has everything to fully set up the board here this turn. But once again, I think the trade is not going to go in Stefan's favor, just with how the board is currently set up. There's plenty of tablets left for Leon to get a 1-hit KO on a Gudra V-Star after this. So basically what's going to happen here is Leon's going to KO the Drapion, ideally with a Lost City in play. So it goes to the Lost Zone. So Stefan can't Ordinary Route it back and do it again. And then on Stefan's side, you could evolve to the V-Star and attack with Luminion, but then if Leon has triple tablet, KO the Gudra, you lose. And if Leon has Gust KO on Luminion, you lose. So the Luminion being on the bench is just such a drag in this situation. It's so bad that the Luminion's on the bench here. Stefan kind of had to use it to get going, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it will be the kind of the reason that Stefan loses here. The one play that would be interesting to see Stefan do would be if Stefan, what if Stefan I mean, I'm trying to think of other things Stefan could do, and the only other things you could do this turn would be attack with Luminion or attack with Gudra now, but neither of those plays seem good at all. It just seems like they don't do anything. So yeah, it just seems like you can't do that. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a play you can do. I mean, you could do it. No one's stopping Stefan from doing it, but it seems like a bad play. So I think it has to be the Drapion swing, but that also doesn't seem very good. You just lose the prize trade probably in that scenario. But that's what Stefan's going with the Drapion swing. Maybe we could see Stefan. I don't know. The hand is also so bad from Stefan as well. There's no options in this hand either. There's no plays. Man, this is had triple Temple of Sinnoh in the hand. Beautiful. Gets the Gudra V here. Take it out of the discard pile, so Echoing Horn is not an option. And Drapion gonna knock out the Mew VMAX here. Yeah, Stefan had just hit the turn 2 attack with Gudra. I think Stefan would have been in a great spot. If Stefan got the turn 2 attack with the Gudra, I think Stefan was in a great spot. And like I said, third Kofi could have been on the bench and given Stefan a shot to pull that off. Wasn't guaranteed. Was a possibility, though, I'm pretty sure. So, not happening now, though. Knockout 60 on the Greninja. I think 60 on the Luminion is actually better than 60 on the Greninja, right? A little bit better? Maybe not. I mean, they already have 2 Comfies in play that have 70 HP, so it's probably about the same thing. All right, going to burn a lot of cards here from Leon. They're escape roping the Drapion to the bench, but they're going to double cross switcher it right back up into the active. Ooh, Genesect for 1. And hits the rocks, and oh my gosh. Actually, Leon wasn't in that good of a spot. I didn't even like really look at the hand or too much yet, but that was a Genesect for 1. They don't have, I mean, you don't need, if you get the Roxanne, you don't need the Lost City, to be honest, because then it's going to be hard for Stefan to potentially recover the Drapion and get it back into play. But sometimes Genesect for 1 into Roxanne. Also, this kind of, like imagine if Leon doesn't get that. I'm sure Leon is regretting ever using their V-Star power for a path that's probably getting bumped on the next turn anyway. So it would have been, like, I'm always a big fan of players getting punished when they make a mistake. And I think that was a mistake from Leon to use the V-Star power there. It would have been nice to see Leon get punished there, but doesn't get punished. Gets the Roxanne off the Genesect for 1. All right, and we're cooking for Leon. Needs to find probably a Mew. You probably want a Mew V for the free retreat. And then also need a, ideally, Lost City. And then you should be good to go. Also, you maybe want to be able to retreat into a different Mew as well. So Mew V, there's the Lost City, there's the Ultra Ball and the Quick Ball, and the Echoing Horn. There's the Echoing Horn 4. You probably want to throw out that Lost City though. Yeah, so really good spot for Leon. And I'm struggling to come up with a win con here for Stefan. The one thing I guess Stefan could go attack with Luminion this turn and KO or Ikorio, but I don't know how Stefan ever makes that work from a 2-card hand. So I think Stefan's only game plan this turn is attack with Gudra and hope Leon doesn't have Gust KO on the Luminion. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, they're about to get a cross switcher off the prize cards, and if they have a cross switcher left, that's 2 cross switchers in the deck, and I'm pretty sure there's a boss left as well here for Leon. So pretty good spot for Leon, to be honest. Put down the Lost City a turn or a card late there, so a miss sequence there from Leon. Should have already had the Lost City in play to draw the +1 card. Not a huge deal. The boss is in the hand, and there's a double turbo for the other Mew. There's the, all right, Techno Blast knockout. Stefan drew pretty well though. There's a Colress in the hand here for Stefan, so the Gudra attack is possible. But if you're attacking with Gudra, you're not attacking with Luminion. If you're not attacking with Luminion, you're losing the game. So I think maybe Stefan has to identify that attack with Luminion and hope they don't have the triple tablet Gust on the Gudra is the right play here, I think, for sure, right? Like it has to be the play that Stefan goes for now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it. Yeah, Stefan has to go for this. We got to probably take Rod Net here, I think, and give up the Colress and the Comfy here from Stefan. And you have to look for Luminion KO the active here. Oh no, Luminion hit the active, go back to the deck, and hope Leon doesn't have triple tablet Gust KO your Gudra, which Leon definitely could pull off. I think the triple tablets are left. Man, these Mew players, they never... Ooh, another gate hits the Lost Zone. That was double gate off that Comfy. I wonder if there's not enough gates left for Stefan to pull that line off anymore now. I don't know if Stefan has another gate left in the deck. I'm not sure, actually. Let's see. Needs to get into a water energy, though, that's for sure. I think we should have seen the Comfy use first here from Stefan, because now you're taking a water energy out of the deck. And it's now you're taking a water energy out of the deck of Stefan. It's unlikely. Oh no, Luminion's attack is water metal, or it's water colorless. Actually, I take that back. I thought for in my head Luminion was water colorless, but Stefan just committed to the Gudra. I don't know if Stefan doesn't have the resources to do the Luminion player. Didn't think about it in the moment, but yeah, not in a good spot. I think Stefan knows that though. It's gonna be tough. Yeah, just committing to the Gudra attack. I mean, it's tough to not go with it, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know how Stefan has enough resources left to actually pull off Luminion plus Gudra anyway, so. Playing too much Kyogre? Yeah, that's probably it. I literally thought Luminion was water colorless there. I was like, it's water colorless, right? Capture onto the Comfy retreat. Is there anything to even get out of the deck? I don't even know if there's anything worth grabbing here. Cash the bench comb fee. So we have a way to move the active? Wait, is there not a way? Is there a way to move the active in the hand? I hope so. There better be a way to move the active here. Wait, there's not. Am I? No, there's a net. Okay, I thought there wasn't. I was like, no way. Okay. So Stefan could have attacked with Luminion this turn, but would Stefan have been able to follow up with the Goodra would have been the question after that. Gets rid of... maybe getting rid of Raihan. Gets rid of the Raihan. Grabs the capture energy. Not as exciting. Another Comfy in the hand. Quick ball in the hand, I think. Greninja for 2. Hasn't used Greninja yet. There's an escape rope. That's not a boss, but we're getting closer. And all this time, Leon has game in hand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, now that we've not committed to the no... Oh, actually, no. Leon still needs to find a Mew VMAX or a Switch card. And who knows? They might mess up the sequencing. All right. Here goes the goo. Swing for 200. Take 80 less. But there's Luminion on the bench for Leon to win the game with. Let's see if Leon has it. Draw. Is Ultra Ball. There's the double cross switcher on Luminion. Okay, had the double cross switcher. And he runs off the stage and was never seen from ever again. You appreciate the 2-month resub there. ZLV King. All right, congrats. Leon getting the dub in the finals. The only thing that I can really think of that was like kind of pivotal was when Stefan chose to not bench the third Comfy. I really think Stefan should have benched the third Comfy. I think that opens up a lot of opportunities if your hand gets disrupted from there. And we did see there was potential for Stefan to have gotten the turn 2 attack with the Goodra if they had benched the third Comfy. So they did kind of get punished from there. They weren't guaranteed it, but they lost the opportunity to do that. When they did go for the play where they benched double Goodra V plus Illuminating on the bench, it's like, sure, you would lose access to that play from Stefan, but I don't think it was like... I don't think it was like that big of a deal to lose access to that play. Where did that play happen here? It was like back here somewhere. I don't remember where it was, to be honest. I don't know. 2 Goodras hit the bench eventually. Right here. Like, this could have been a third Comfy, and I think there's an escape rope in the hand here for Stefan, so you could have gotten an attack off with a Goodra. And even if you hit a Genesect for 180 damage, that's fine, because you can, like, Goon Ping clean it up later, and it forces Leon to find, like, another piece to move the Genesect on the next turn. Leon might have just pushed up the Oricorio in that situation, but... yeah, that's like the one thing I saw from Stefan. And then the one thing in this game, I guess, from Leon was like using the V-Star power from Leon was definitely a misplay as well. Like, Stefan always has a Temple of Sinnoh in the hand there. Save your V-Star power to make sure you have a guaranteed card later on. But, yeah, Stefan loses. Leon gets that dub with the Mew.